Hey there, Drew from mHelpDesk here. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit about our new customer equipment module, showing you how to set it up and a little bit about how it works and can help you track the durable goods that you service and maintain for your customers. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and click on the Add Customer Equipment button to add a new piece of customer equipment. In here we can go ahead and give our equipment a name. We can select what type of equipment this is. If necessary, you can give it a description. Very, very helpful if a particular piece of equipment needs specific parts in order to replace or maintain it. We'll go ahead and select our customer that this equipment belongs to. And we can track additional details about it here. These last three fields allow you to track the date that the equipment was installed, the last time that you were out providing maintenance or service for that equipment, and the next time that piece of equipment will need service. In our case, we'll go ahead and select today's date for the install date. The last service date, we're also going to select today since that's the last time we were out working with this piece of equipment. And as this particular piece of equipment needs yearly service, we're going to go ahead and set the next service date to this time in the year 2020. And we'll go ahead and select Save. Now that we've got the equipment in the system, we can see that this little pop-out module menu allows us to very, very quickly update any of this information as need be without having to click into the actual piece of equipment. In order to pull out that module, all we need to do is click on the name of that equipment. If we need to go in and update things with more detail, we can go ahead and click on Edit More Fields, which gives us the full view of that equipment. If, for instance, we needed to track some additional information on this equipment that we didn't want to use the description field for and wasn't covered by some of the other fields we have available by default, we can simply go to Settings, Customize, and Customer Equipment Types. This page not only allows us to add additional customer equipment types to the system to allow us better categorization and organization of our customer equipment list, it also allows us to add additional fields to existing customer equipment types. Here under Sprinkler System, notice we have a Custom Fields section. I'm going to go ahead and click on Add. In this case, what I need to track is the total length of piping associated with each given sprinkler system. So I'm going to go ahead and name my custom field length of piping. There are some different choices here for the type of custom field you'd like, anything from a text box to a drop-down menu like we're selecting from now to a simple checkbox. In our case, since it's just going to be a numerical value that I'm entering, I'll go ahead and select text. And I'm just going to leave the maximum character length of this field as 50. Required would allow us to set whether or not this particular field is required to be filled in at the time the piece of customer equipment is being created. Very helpful if you have technicians out in the field who are creating equipment on the job. In this case, we'll go ahead and leave it blank. Value simply allows you to set a default value that would be populated in that field. In our case, since we want to record the length of piping associated with the sprinkler system, which could be different each time, I'm going to go ahead and leave that blank. Then I'll go ahead and hit Save. And we can see that our custom field has been added to this customer equipment type. Let's head back to the customer equipment module. And here we can see that sprinkler system we set up previously is still there. If we click into it, then click Edit More Fields, we're able to see that custom field that we've created. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and put 150 feet, as that's the length of the sprinkler system that we've installed, and then go ahead and hit Save. So through custom fields, you're able to record specific information on each given customer equipment type that may not be there in the system by default. One other cool thing you can do in the customer equipment section, if you click on the piece of equipment you'd like, The customer equipment module makes it very, very easy to see what customer equipment you are responsible for maintaining and servicing, as well as scheduling jobs to maintain those pieces of equipment. These tabs along the top will allow you to see whether or not a piece of customer equipment in your list has a past due next service date, an upcoming next service date, a service date that's a bit further into the future, or no next service date associated at all. Similarly, you can also filter this list by a variety of different fields, including type, which customer the customer equipment is associated with, as well as a date range for an install date, last service date, and next service due, or any of the other fields shown. The customer equipment module makes it very easy to assess and schedule jobs for your pieces of customer equipment. Say, for instance, it was January 1st, 2020. We know that we've got our next service date on this particular sprinkler system coming up. Simply click on the customer equipment name to pull out the module, then click Create Job. Upon clicking Create Job, a new job is generated in the system for the customer associated with that piece of customer equipment, with the customer equipment name in the job name field, and with that piece of customer equipment already associated to the job. From here, you could simply add line items, assign and schedule a technician, and go about your normal workflow. This side module also allows you to view past jobs for a particular piece of customer equipment, as well as some various service notes about that piece of customer equipment. As you can see, the customer equipment module makes it very, very easy to create, track services of, and schedule jobs for your pieces of durable customer equipment. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to our support staff. We'd be more than happy to walk you through it. That's all for today. Have a good one. Bye-bye.